Indeed. Talking about the UK economy, London's Lord Mayor, Michael Mainelli, is in Singapore to meet with policymakers and business leaders to hold talks on possible partnerships in financial services and to woo investments. And he joins us now around the desk. Welcome, Lord Mayor.
Well, thank you, and it's a delight to be here.
Pleasure is ours.
Can I just start by asking you to give us a sense of the insight into the conversations that you've been having with people here in Singapore and how the City of London is being perceived in a post-Brexit environment as an investment destination and as a gateway to Europe?
Certainly. I like to call the City of London the world's oldest democratic workers' and residents' cooperative. We're nearly 14 centuries old, and we've been holding elections since the 7th century. So we take a particular view of the economy, which is based on the fact that our workers have the vote. 40% of our trade with ASEAN is through Singapore. So Singapore is absolutely crucial to us and is already a trusted partner in so many fields. Top agenda items on this trip are really how we're going to go about regulating artificial intelligence. We're looking at space protection, looking at things like space debris retrieval insurance bonds. We're exploring a variety of partnerships in fintech. And to turn to your question, which is about investment. Post-Brexit, the City of London is actually doing quite well. It wasn't what we wanted. In fact, London voted 60-40 to remain. The City of London voted 70-30 to remain. However, at the time of the vote, 2016, we had 525,000 workers. We now have 615,000 workers. And we used to be managing about 12% of global assets, and we're now managing just under about 14. So actually the city is doing well and is thriving. We've really very much become the springboard for people who want to make investments, particularly throughout Europe and the Americas from Asia, and vice versa into Asia from the Americas, the Middle East.
Mr. Lord Mayor, you mentioned AI and AI regs, right? The Europeans, broadly, the EU, just passed their own regs. What do you make of them? Are they tight enough? Are they safe enough? Or are there holes?
Well, the EU AI law has actually been very well considered, and in fact it was being considered before large language models and generative AI were a thing. So I think it's important to recognize it's been a well-considered piece of legislation. However, I think it has a fundamental problem, and that is the definition of artificial intelligence. It goes and it says, well, it's expert systems, it's large language models, it's even logic programming. In fact, it extends to all of computing. And this could become an enormous trade barrier if left unchecked. The second thing, though, is that there's an opportunity. The EU AI law says, well, we'll deal with, here are things that are out with, you cannot do those. Fine. These other things we'll do on a risk basis. So we launched a 695th, that's me by the way, the Lord Mayor's Ethical AI Initiative, and it consists of two parts. A course, which over 5,000 people in 50 countries have taken in the past 6 months on the ethics of AI, and also a program called the Walbrook AI Accord, which has been signed already by 30 nations, saying that we would like to use the International Standards Organization standards to do regulation. And in this case, it's ISO 42001 for those of you who are geeks. But what we contend is if you've had a number of people take the course and you've got the ISO 42000 certification, which is the way we regulate food safety and aviation and shipping, then you can deem yourself to be low risk. So we're trying to work within the EU AI law.
Okay.